What was the segment you liked on Raw, the next segment?
No, I don't even remember what
Okay.
it was, but I don't think it was that.
It was Riddle and Gunther. And I just want to say that, again, Gunther is amazing because he plays to Riddle's strengths. And at the same time, it brings out the best in Riddle when he has a guy he can actually wrestle and he doesn't do all the stupid foolishness. And they wrestled, they laid in hard chops and strikes, German suplexes. The match made sense. Riddle always comes off like an idiot and looks odd with the Speedos and the bare feet. But with Gunther, or was there another match he had here lately? I said I liked Riddle, or was it with Gunther?
It was with Gunther, I think.
It was with Gunther. Okay, it's Gunther. But goddamn, Riddle works against this guy. But anyway, Gunther pinned him with a power bomb, and there was about 5 minutes of it on the air, so it was brief, but a nice little thing.
You know, it's a little pet peeve of mine. It always looks weird, and this was an example of it. You don't always see it. It's not a frequent thing. When two guys are against each other and neither of them have knee pads.
Yes. That in this day and age, that is rare.
It's a weird look because you're so used to everyone has their knees covered up. When all of a sudden it's just like bare legs, both of them. It's a weird look. Throws me off a little.
Takes you back to the days of Gene Kiniski.
Yes.
Who reminds me of Gunther. And you know, here's something else. Jerry Lawler. Do you know that Jerry Lawler never wore knee pads until the 90s?
Now, how is that possible? Because he was doing all the bumps and the fist drops off the second rope in the 70s and 80s.
Exactly. And on the Tennessee rings, he wore long tights and the old K&H tights. And then when he got spandex, he even lost these. But in the 70s, the only padding was that they used to sew an extra layer of the tight material on over your knees, kind of like a rectangle, to make sure your knees didn't pop through the fucking tights. That was the only padding he had. And dropped all those fists and knee drops and everything else on those hard Tennessee rings 6 and 7 nights a week for 20 years without ever having a knee surgery. And that motion is enough to blow your PCL, the posterior cruciate ligament. That's why a lot of people in car wrecks, when their knees hit the dashboard, they tear the PCLs because it bends your knee back too far. And just the punishment on the kneecaps, it was amazing. He took all those bumps and never had a major surgery. Anyway, back to Raw, which is like major surgery.
If you know the answer, what made him start wearing the knee pads?
He finally started getting his knees a little sore. I swear to God. I saw him one time, and it was at least in the 90s, maybe in the WWF. And, well, you know what? When he first went up there, those rings didn't have a shit bit of give, and he's fucking 45 years old. But I saw him putting on knee pads. I said, when did this start? He said, just last year or something like that. Anyway,